Hey guys, this is a tutorial on how to solve the stem and leaf diagram and the two-way statement. Let's start with the stem and leaf diagram. So, what is the stem and leaf diagram? According to my research, the definition of it is a diagram that quickly summarizes data while maintaining the individual data points. So basically, this kind of diagram has two parts, which is the stem and the leaf. So there will be two parts apart, like the stem and the leaf. So we will be trying to solve one problem here of a stem and leaf diagram. So here's an example. So firstly, we would be identifying the leading value numbers in here as the example shows. So we're going to get the first numbers here. So in here we have the ones, here we have twos as the first leading value, and here we have two threes leading value. And in those leading value, that will be our stem. And to the next portion number here, it will be our leaf. So as we put the first leading value, as we identify it now, we could put it here as the stem, and then the rest numbers that was beside the leading value would be put to the leaf. After we identify the leading value of which will be the stem, and the leaf will be the rest, we would now compile the leading values to the stem part area, and the rest, the other portion of it, to be compiled to the leaf. So this is how it will look like. So after learning my way on how to solve the stem and leaf diagram, from identifying the highest value of each number, like 10, the 1 would be the stem since it is the first here, so it will be the stem, and the 0 will be its leaf. So after knowing that, we will now search for the model of the score, since we have already identified the value and we have already compiled every leading values like 1s, 2 and 3s and its leaf at the right corner. You will now be searching for the model score of my example. So in the numbers that I had as an example was 10, 15, 16, 21, 2 23s, 26, 28, 32 and 36. So in some other examples, if there is only one number, like as what I said, there were 2 23s, but if there was only one number, you would only search for the highest portion, highest value. Like 36 is the highest here, right? But even with that, we would still be searching for the majority of groups, like who has the more lead. Like 23 has a partner also, so there's 2 23s, but there's only one here. 36 is the highest. So even if 36 is the highest here in this group, 23 would still be, like, automatically will be the model, since there's 2 of them. Like even if it's just 10, like there's 3 10s, like even if you add them, it will be 30, and compared to 36, it's still higher. But even with that, this kind of diagram we have here, we will still be searching for who has more groups, or if there's only one 23, then 36 would win. But in here we have 2 23s, it will still be our model of the problem. So yes, the answer would be 23, our model of the score would be 23. So yeah, that's it. That's how you solve the stem and leaf diagram. It's just that simple and easy. There are other ways on how to solve that, but this is the only kind of way I would discuss to you guys. So that's it. Thank you. So now moving on to the two ways table. This is a table that shows a way to display frequencies or relative frequencies for two categorical variables. Hey, so what we have here is a two-way table example. So I set up here, as this graph shows that there are two genders, which is women and men, and there are three subjects here as an example: science, humanities, and arts. So in this kind of problem, we will be identifying, we will be search and solving this blanks here, because we're going to fill that up so that we can complete this problem. So first we will go to this column, science, and the problem here is that the man doesn't have a total, and we don't know because we haven't solved it yet. But in order to get that, we would just look at the total here. The total were 46 of them, women and men, went to science. So in order for us to find the number, the amount of men who went to science, we would just subtract 24 and 46. So 46 minus 24 is 22. So now we move on to the third column for us to answer this. But what is this? Like, there aren't totals of women and men. So how are we gonna do that? Like over here, we had at least one total amount, which is the women's side. But here we don't have both. So how are we exactly going to find the total amount of women and men? But here is the way. So in order for us, if you go to this situations, you just gotta move on to the first row. So as you can see here, the women section, there were 74 total women who went here to the subjects, 74 of them. So as you can see, 24 went to science, 25 went to arts. In humanity, we don't know, but if we add both of these, it would be 40, like 20 plus 20, 40, it will be 49, right? So if we deduct 49 to 74, it would be like so it would be 25. So put 25 here, arrange that, just get to this. So yeah, 25 plus 25 is 50, and 50 plus 24 is 74. So now, in order for us to find the rest here, like the men section, so next we would be searching to the total amount of students who went to arts, since it's missing here. So let's just go to the third row here. So as you can see, the total is 162. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to subtract. So first we're going to add this to, it would be 106, and the total of that, subtract this to 106, we would get the number 56. Yes, 56. So next, we would be now searching for the total men who went to humanities. Now this will be pretty easy now since we're really almost filling up every blanked item here. Blank. So in here, we just subtract 25 and 60. So yes, we will get 35 since 25 minus 60, 60 minus 25 is 35. And just move on to the arts. For us to find the amount of men here, we're just going to subtract 56 and 25. So after that, we would be having the number 31. Yes, 31. So the total of men overall who went to 3 subjects here. Just going to add everything here, just like in here, like 24 plus 25 plus 25 is equals to 74. That is the amount of women in this whole problem. And now we're just going to search for the total amount of men in this problem. So you're just going to add 22 plus 35 plus 21 equal 88. Yes, I'm sorry if this is how the way I discuss, since it's the most easiest way, the more better way for me to discuss it to you guys. So yes, 88 will be the total of men who went to this problem. So as you add both of them, the amount of men and women, you will get 162, because 88 plus 74 is 162. So that is it. My problem is solved.